Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
Good morning, I'm Molly Hendrickson.
And I'm Brian Sanders with the latest from Denver 7. We are starting today off under another first alert action day as the roads remain icy after yesterday's blizzard. Conditions were so bad, highways and roadways all across the Front Range are still littered with hundreds of stranded cars. It is a frozen tundra out there. The conditions so bad, people just had to leave their cars out of desperation on the side of the road. Denver 7's Eric Lufer has details on how people can reclaim their cars today.
So the storm may have passed, but now you do have to figure out how to get your car back if it was towed away for those who were stranded in that storm yesterday. So State Patrol has a number you can call, 303-239-4501. You need to have your vehicle VIN number or license plate number so they can connect you with the car that was towed. They'll tell you where it was, and that's how you can recover that car. Of course, the Colorado National Guard, the Douglas County Sheriff, law enforcement all across the metro, and they've been having to tow away cars through the night. Some cars stayed stranded on the side of the highway, and now they're getting people who were in shelters back to their cars so they can drive off. So it was a crazy storm yesterday, and the recovery efforts will be lengthy today. I'm Eric Lufer, Denver 7.
So all night long, the National Guard had its team deployed around Colorado helping stranded drivers. This comes after Governor Polis declared an emergency.
And the National Guard says they checked on 129 cars and rescued 36 people overnight. We have to give a big shout out to the Douglas County School District. Look at this. It used school buses to rescue drivers stuck along the highway.
That school district is still closed today, but as of 10:30 last night, the district said its drivers had rescued more than 450 people.
Xcel Energy is working around the clock to restore power to thousands of people in the dark. Denver 7's Nicole Brady has an update.
Xcel Energy tells me they'll bring in an additional 300 workers today to assist crews in restoring power. About 84,000 customers in the Denver metro and outside of the metro are still without power this morning, many of them because of issues like this. In the El Area Swansea neighborhood, a distribution line snapped in that heavy wind and snow yesterday. So that's causing the power outages here. And again, this is just one of several situations like this around the metro area. So Xcel says crews will be working throughout the day and into tomorrow to fully restore power. I want to show you a little bit of what we saw around the metro area as we drove around this morning. The side streets, snow packed and icy. And in fact, in some cases, there was so much snow, it was too much for the plows. We saw a snow plow stuck near City Park because of a snowdrift from the nearby golf course there. A lot of the streets have been treated, but they are still icy in spots, so be careful out there. And the highways, while I-70 and I-25 looked good, 225 was an ice rink between I-70 and Parker Road, so be careful out there as you continue to drive throughout today. Hopefully the sun will warm things up. And again, if you do have power still out at your home, make sure to report that to Xcel. You can check the Xcel outage map for updates as well. I'm Nicole Brady in Denver this morning.
We do have a tragic reminder here. If you do have to go somewhere today, give yourself plenty of extra time and just take it easy.
And we know it can be tough on those icy and snowy roads, but if you notice flashing lights ahead of you, remember, do your best to move over. Yesterday's storm caused a tragedy on the road. State Patrol Corporal Daniel Groves was hit and killed helping drivers along I-76.
Governor Polis has ordered all flags to fly at half-staff today. We're still waiting on word for a possible procession today.
And we have to give credit to all of our brave first responders who drove in those whiteout conditions to rescue stranded drivers yesterday.
And to help people who were either hurt or stuck in their vehicles after getting into serious crashes on our highways.
And even though our law enforcement are out on the roads to keep you safe, sometimes they need help too. South Metro Fire had to be called to help this Parker police officer after her patrol car was stuck in a snowbank.
You will see some delays out of DIA today as well if you or a family member or friend has a flight. The good news, though, operations are slowly reopening from overnight. The bad news, 1,400 flights were canceled yesterday. That means they will all be trying to rebook flights today, so there will be delays. Denver 7's Micah Smith talked to impacted passengers out at DIA this morning.
Thousands of passengers are still stranded here at Denver International Airport, and about an hour ago they started to wake up, and many of them are headed to the ticket counter and standing in lines like this one, hoping to get rebooked and put on a new flight. Yesterday, 1,400 flights were canceled. Today, we're hearing another 600 are canceled, but still, a lot of these passengers are just trying to get home. Good news is 4 runways are open at this point, and DIA says they're hoping to have all 6 of them open by the end of the day. We talked to a few passengers who, despite the circumstances, are still in good spirits.
I've talked to people from Tennessee. I met a man from Sweden yesterday that was headed to Japan, and it was just amazing, like how everybody bonded and tried to get through it.
Then we got blankets. Then we had a nice sleep here and played some mini putt and stuff around the airport.
The last passenger you heard from told us the earliest he'll be able to get home is on Saturday, but still he's hopeful he may just be able to get home before then. Reporting from DIA, Micah Smith, Denver 7.
Micah, thank you. And if you take RTD trains or buses to work, be ready to wait for longer commutes. RTD says with the roads being so icy, buses will have to take it easy. As for trains, some power outages have impacted service, so just give yourself some extra time this morning. And all this new snow has upgraded those avalanche watches for the Front Range, Summit County and Aspen counties to avalanche warnings. Those will remain in effect until 8 this morning. That's all the flashing red you see there on your screen. And with all the recent avalanches we've had, you're being asked to avoid going into the backcountry. And now from the First Alert Weather Center, here is meteorologist Lisa Hidalgo.
The 24-hour snowfall total down there over Wolf Creek Pass, 45 inches of snow. We didn't see as much here in Denver, but about 5 to 10, and the foothills picked up over a foot, in fact, close to 2 feet in some spots. Netherland coming in at 20 inches. Now take a look at the current wind gust this morning. It's still brutal. It's calmed down quite a bit here in town, but just east of us, you get out to the airport, we've seen speeds at about 40 to over 60 miles per hour across northeastern Colorado. So blizzard conditions continue this morning. This blizzard warning in effect until noon today. We're still going to see areas of blowing snow, even though that snow is not falling anymore. Had some light snow this morning, but again, that's going to clear up. Take a look at those winds. They are going to stay brutal through the afternoon and evening with gusts over 40 to 50 miles per hour. Temperature-wise, we'll be in the low to mid-30s here in town, and you'll notice a little clearing here along I-25. So a mix of sun and clouds later this afternoon and some drier conditions for the mountains, too. In fact, as we head into the weekend, we're expecting clearing skies statewide, sunshine. It's going to be beautiful, fresh powder and sunshine this weekend in the mountains. Now at 11 o'clock tonight, those winds start to calm down, and it's going to be clear and a lot calmer by early Friday morning. Highs tomorrow afternoon in the low 40s. It gets even warmer this weekend. We'll see upper 40s on Saturday. Sunny and mild conditions through the weekend, and you guys, a lot of melting. By Sunday, sunshine 52, and hopefully the remnants of this blizzard, they'll be gone by that point.
Long gone. All right, thanks, Lisa. If you're already going stir crazy with the kids at home for 2 snow days now, we know you're going to want to get them out of the house for spring break, which starts next week here in the metro.
But clearly we can't count on spring-like weather in March. So today our spring break survival guide takes us indoors to some great options to keep the kids active. Denver 7's Nicole Brady and I stopped by the Apex Center in Arvada, which is an impressive space, has everything you need: a rock climbing wall, an indoor pool, and an ice rink.
Open skate is from 11 to 1, but you can come and skate and then go swim and then hit up the park on the way out, or you can swim and then play basketball in the gym. So you really could spend a big day here at the Apex Center.
And a day pass gets you access to everything. The pool area is very cool, but we were warned that the pool gets very busy for spring break. So Nicole and I decided to lace up our skates to try out the ice rink.
Go! Oh! Oh! He did it!
Oh, he won!
Yeah, but see how calm and collected Nicole was on the skates, and I just looked too frantic out there. They do have walkers, like skate mates for kids, which I probably should have had. But we had a lot of fun out there.
You got to keep that core tight, Brian.
Yeah, look at, see, she's doing all the spins and the
good.
moves out there.
She's good. Well, besides Apex, fellow parents at Denver 7 suggest the Miller Activity Complex, or MAC, in Castle Rock, the safari-themed Jungle Quest in Littleton, and Dart Wars in Centennial, as well as Kids Space in Broomfield, which is a space-themed indoor playground. This has been your Denver 7 On Demand update. Thanks for joining us.
Be sure to check back here later today for another update and download the Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts.